Well, it is a new morning. Yeah, Vael, you just received a message to which you responded. Somebody threatening to get their sending stone back from you one way or another. What do you do after that?
Make some coffee.
Pretty nonchalant about it.
Yeah, I'm not that concerned. It is what it is. So, yeah, I'm going to do what I normally do to get ready for the day. We've got some time before we actually have to get party ready. So, who has the bag of holding though? Alina, right? Or sorry, Raelynn.
Raelynn does.
Okay, well, why don't I connect with you? But take Chinook outside, get dressed enough so that people aren't going to guffaw, and then go find some breakfast.
Well, good timing, because Raelynn wants to find you too. So I feel like because she shares a room with Nyra, she would be up very early. She probably also wouldn't have slept, seeing the state that Nyra was in after that sanding message. She probably lost a lot of sleep about that. So she'll head down for breakfast and I guess see you at the table.
Yeah.
First thing she would do is bend down and pet Chinook and ask how his morning is, if he's there.
Yeah, he's there.
And she'll just sit there and, how did you sleep?
Not too bad. You?
Better, but as best as we could. She's gonna look around. Are there a lot of people down there this morning?
You guys are you guys wake up pretty promptly in the morning usually. So I would say right now, especially with how big the space is, it's pretty easy for you to get a quiet table with not many people around you. Everyone's kind of spread out, having a quiet morning.
Okay. Raelynn will probably still be a little quieter having this conversation because she's going to be dropping names. But I guess she'll just look at Vael and just quietly be like, the reason why I didn't sleep that well, to be honest, was I've been thinking about what you said in the Hollowed Vein about wanting to take out Chis'dana. Is that still something you were interested in?
Well, kind of takes a look around the room. Well, yes.
When you mentioned it, you said that you didn't want another Saveth to die. Is that your reasoning? Is that it? I understand loyalty to my family, but it just seems weird that you're so adamant about this when I wasn't.
I take my duties very seriously.
You do know she wasn't the cause for my aunt's death, right?
Do I know that?
I think as far as Solus said when he was in the room with us, he implied, like, this woman killed my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the belief I'm operating under.
Yeah.
Well, How so? That Solus said that she was.
How do I put this? Imagine there's a flame in front of us, and I put my hand in that flame, and I get burned. My hand is burnt to a crisp. What is the cause of that? The fire, people would say. Correct?
But you're implying that she had a part in what happened to her.
She married a Saveth. That's enough.
No, I don't believe that at all. I don't believe in all these rumors of curses and things like that.
Vael, you cast magic. How can you not believe things like this?
My magic is based on the strength of my will. I refuse to believe that something out there can just decide for me that I would die were I to take your hand in marriage.
It runs through your veins, correct? It runs through your
Yes.
bloodline. So does my curse.
That doesn't alleviate responsibility for those who pushed the boulder, so to speak.
I understand. And that's why I was thinking that if you do get a chance and don't tell the others, I wouldn't be opposed if you perhaps did something as long as you could guarantee that you wouldn't get harmed, that nothing would be traced back to us, and nothing would come to diminish our attempt to help Dorian.
Understood. Although, the decision might be made for us already.
What do you mean?
Do you still have that bag of holding?
Yes. Would you like it?
Open it up.
She'll open it up.
He drops the sending stone into it. I got a call this morning.
A call? Do you know who?
No, though I suspect. And then, immediately after the call, I got the sense that I was being watched.
Do you still have that sense?
Vixx, do I still feel like that? I think it was momentary. She wanted to know who she was going to have to kill to get her stone back. Of course, I'll change my appearance a little bit for this party, but she'll probably recognize me all the same. And if that happens, well...
It's okay.
Of course, we can also potentially find out who holds the other stone at the party. Take it out of the bag at the opportune time, send on it.
See if anyone replies.
Yeah, see who starts reaching in their pockets.
Interesting.
And then throw it back in the bag before they can identify who has it.
That's not a bad idea. Maybe go
One
separate
from-
ways. I can watch.
Yes. Good. Well, I'm glad we're on the same page then, because if I see her alone in a room, I don't think I'd be able to stop myself.
That's fair. I didn't want to hold you back. Chances are you would have done it anyways.
Probably.
That's what you do.
And again, I'm sorry for that. I can be impulsive at times.
It's fine. At least this time you have permission. You can blame it on me.
I would never do that. I'd gladly walk to the gallows for it.
Together.
No more Saveth blood to be spilled.
Trust me, I don't intend on that.
Good.
By
the way, there is one other important matter that you need to be aware of.
And?
You have an additional role at this party.
What's my role?
Dorian requires a companion for the evening to make him look good.
Perfect, Alina can do that.
Alina's already got a job to do. And besides, he was quite taken with you.
Yes, but Alina's a better conversationalist. She's the star, so it would only make sense to help him out coming in with the star. She's beautiful.
He has to be the star. And besides, don't pretend you don't shine.
She pauses for a second to wonder if she should say the next thing or not, and then she just be like, I might be one to shine, but I'll never shine as bright as Alina. And you can say what you're gonna say, but you've never looked at me the way you look at her.
That has nothing to do with how brightly you shine.
I appreciate it. I'll do my best.
If you need any help with your hair or anything, I'm available.
When did you start doing hair?
I've always done hair.
Well,
You think this just happens? Besides, I do a lot of disguising myself, and sometimes that requires a little extra work.
I may take you up on that then.
Good.
Thank you, Vael.
Thank you, Raelynn.
No problem. We will go over everything before we meet him, though. I'd really like to make sure that we've nailed down the plan and what we're going to say and everything, correct?
Once we are all settled and understand what we have to do today, then we go over what we have to do tonight as a group.
Perfect. Raelynn will just drink her coffee.
Nyra, you normally have no issue getting up when the sunlight starts filtering in the morning. Today it's a little bit of a struggle. You open your eyes, a little bit of a headache at first. You kind of blink it off. You realize you slept half an hour past the sunrise when you normally get up with it.
Oh dear. She was just scramble out of bed when she realizes that to go to her prayers and profusely apologizes to Israel.
It's like that scene from Mulan where she's just running out to the shrine. As soon as you start your prayers, you feel immediately just embraced by Israel's warmth. Very comforting. And then following that, you kind of get a sense again, when you tried to reach out to Orin back in Kaldbor. There's just this hint of sadness that doesn't feel like it belongs to Israel for a moment. But then you also realize it doesn't even feel like Orin either. And that just washes through your prayer. You're mid-prayer when that happens. And I assume you're praying to ask for what it is you should prepare for the day. Yeah, I'll leave you with that.
Does it feel like any of the other gods?
Have you ever taken time to pray to other gods aside from Orin and Israel?
She would have one other. I'm just gonna look it up real quick.
Kalis.
Uh,
That would be who they serve in Ashendar.
no. It would probably have been. Where is it? It's kind of ironic. It would have been Lyriel during the mid-winter ceremonies.
Doesn't ping as familiar in that sense either.
Oh. Just don't think on that for a while.
Alina and Leif, what are you guys doing this morning?
Sleeping in late, on the edge of being hungover.
You probably vaguely heard the guy that you took to your room last night creeping out while you were like mid-sleep, since he's elvish, doesn't need sleep.
Otherwise, he's just going to sit there awkwardly in bed and be bored.
Yeah, very early in the morning you hear him kind of leave, so when you wake up, it's pretty quiet. Nyra's doing her prayers. Raelynn's already downstairs.
I'll put on something simple and then very slowly make my way downstairs for breakfast.
Leif?
I'd say having kind of a similar morning. Megan and I rolled after the game to see how drunk we got, and Leif didn't roll super great on his Constitution saving throw. But yeah, he will also put on something simple because that's all that he has, and then make his way downstairs, probably around the same time, with the intent of buying some new clothes today.
All right. So aside from that, you guys are just kind of eating. There's nothing else you guys want to discuss before anything? All right. Well, as you guys are kind of, since Raelynn and Vael were down here first, they kind of are like halfway through their food when everyone else starts their food. So it depends on if you guys stay for the full meal. But near the end of the others finishing their meal, you can hear a bit of commotion outside the Velvet Crown. You can hear hooves approaching outside, and a little bit of like murmuring that you can't make out what they're saying. But a couple moments later, all of that kind of comes to a bit of a stop, and you can see outside that 2 wagons have pulled up. They look pretty well made. They're not coaches, but they are covered wagons. They're covered in a nice green and gold trim fabric. Each of them are being pulled by 2 like large draft horses, wearing a lot of like I don't know what you would call it, but like just a lot of decorative pieces on their body that serve no purpose other than looking nice. And you see 4 dwarves also dressed in this similar green and gold. They come inside and they're pulling about 4 large trunks that kind of open at the front. And they start coming inside, and the young woman who usually tends to the bar is like surprised. as these men just start hauling these chests into the room. And she goes, excuse me, you can't just leave these here? And one of the dwarves is like, well, actually we can. We cleared it with Lady Alara. And she goes, oh, right. Why would she tell me? And she kind of exasperated, like goes behind the bar, and she finishes what she was doing there, but then she kind of disappears behind into the kitchen, and you can hear her talking behind there, and the laughter of a young man. Before the dwarf that was talking to her kind of addresses the room. We are in the company of Mr. Dorian Velez. We have a delivery from him for a Mrs. Evelyn Blackmarsh and a Mr. Vale. You never.
Needless Vyrian.
Okay. Everyone else has their like name in Fantasy Ground, so I can just check it. But yes, your fake name is what they say. Not immediately getting a response, they kind of just head over to the counter where you can see like clearly there's like a little bell to get someone's attention.
Yeah, well, Vale's going to have already been on his way over to them, assuming that this is for them. So.
Hello?
Needless Vyrian.
Oh, right. I have 2 chests for you, and do you know this Miss Evelyn?
He just
Raelynn
gestures
will
at the
start.
table. You're here for us.
Oh, okay. He didn't give us a lot of direction and seemed very frantic this morning, so my apologies. These are clothing suggestions for you and your entourage. Where can we bring them? They're quite heavy.
Up the stairs, first door on the left.
Right. He gives a whistle, and they all start lugging up these trunks. Would you mind opening up the door? He says, calling to.
Yeah, he leads them up and like just kind of guides them where to place things and kind of has them all in like different corners of the room, just so that this can just be like the dressing room for now. Everyone can get ready, whatever. We can collaborate.
Yeah. So, yeah, eventually you're left with these, like, they're about 6 feet tall in length, and each door is about a foot wide. You essentially have just 3 wardrobes full of clothing. Now, you can see that Raelynn, in yours, there's like one that's just like full of dresses that look to be about your size. The other one has a little bit more subdued pieces. It's kind of like he didn't know what you would be into.
Yeah. Here's all the options.
Yes. And Vale, yours seems like he has you a little bit more pegged. You have one Wow, you guys are awful. If you want to get paid, you just have to ask. But one of the wardrobes seems to be geared towards you and your style. And the other one, there's like a half of the wardrobe seems to be female clothing, and the other half seems to be like from the big and tall department at the store. But essentially, you guys can kind of have at it with picking out your own clothing for the day. And inside the one that is split between the woman and like the larger clothing, there's a little envelope that's kind of hung on one of the hangers inside, and opening it up, says, "Your party could use these if they wish," and it's just signed Dorian.
Very well. Yeah, well, Vale will get to work picking out a very elegant-looking outfit in blues and greens with all sorts of gold adornments on it.
And if you could all vamp for me by describing what you're wearing so I could plug something in, that would be great.
All right, who's going next?
You go.
Okay. Alina pulls out this dress that is deep red, and sometimes as the fabric moves, it almost looks purple. It looks like wine poured out. It's chiffon, lots of different. It almost looks like pieces put together rather than like a solid dress. There is no back to it. There is gold beading across the back, and from the shoulders, pieces of that chiffon and gold beading fall off the back. And with it, she selects this gold filigree corset-ish piece that is just very delicate and metallic, and then some matching armbands and bracelets that go along with that.
Raelynn, I think, would look at all the options that she has and be a little overwhelmed at first, and she'll kind of like pull a dress from each of them. So one's a little more modest, one's definitely out of her comfort zone, and she's just gonna hold it up to Vale like,
I think you already know the answer.
I was wishing you wouldn't say that. She'll put the modest one back. Her dress is an ivory silk charmeuse that would just drape off her body like water. It's a skirt that's a trumpet with a very high slit on the one side. Over top is a mesh long terrain with 3D embroidered applique of flowers and silver and gold metallics. She has a arm that's also tight to her body, but then over top is another mesh bell sleeve, again with the same metallic embroidery pieces. And then at the top, it's a mesh stomach, so it's very, very revealing for Raelynn. And then metallic, like a necklace woven into it already, very ornate. And she is thankful that the mesh parts are there, because at least from a distance it appears modest, but up close it is very much not. And then she will grab from the jewelry area this like crossing piece of gold jewelry to go along her thigh, so that when her slit opens up, you see it.
As you walk out wearing the dress, and Alina gets a chance to like walk around and see the full 360, she's gonna go, you know, this makes me think about a nickname I haven't called you in a very long time.
Please don't.
What, you don't want me to share TNA with everyone?
I'd rather not.
I'm sorry, TNA?
Well, it's exactly what you think it is.
Alina is the tits. I am the ass.
Damn right you are. And it's I mean, also the initials of our middle names, but there was a time when there were
Stupid
changes.
sisterhood nicknames.
It stuck.
Very well.
Also, I could I could listen to you describe an outfit for like an hour, Megan.
Well, it's because I
Right.
so I know all this stuff.
Like, I feel like I should have gone first because I think the best I can do is describe that Leif's outfit is made of material. It's mostly
Lovely.
blue with some gold accents along the shoulders, a half cape on one side, and probably some sort of shoes that complement it.
Beautiful.
Love that for you. It fits him. They're big enough.
Yeah.
Don't burn these ones. We might not be able to keep them.
I didn't burn any of them.
It's just a warning.
And how is Nyra dressing to this party?
Nyra is wearing a deep orange dress. With the bodice is like fitted with like all this intricate embroidery and silver embellishments. Very ornate, and she kind of hates it, but I just puts it on. It's got the neckline is like a deep V, not as deep as Veil. There's like some lace underneath, some white lace to like really cover her up. She'd never compete.
Veil's actually covered all the way up to the neck this time. Yeah, it's a very formal kind of suit with like an
I
actual.
think you're
Wow.
competing with Alina this time because hers
Yeah.
is pretty like you're not even really sure how it's like being held up by just like this point.
Hope and a prayer.
It's
Oh,
yeah,
it's
hope and a
regular.
prayer.
It's
little bit of
enchanted,
spell
clearly.
work. Yeah,
It's enchanted.
that would be so nice. You never have to worry about a backless bra again. It's
Oof.
just magic.
It's a gown of boob adhesion. Just
Well, she has shoulder bits, so like it's staying on. And then she has like her full shoulders are like exposed, but then she does have like these sleeves that connect underneath, and they're like very poofy, and they're black and orange like designed. Then go down to finger, like they come down and they just hook onto her finger right here. And then the skirt is like this layered thing that's orange on the outside to match, but then it opens up in the front, and you can see like the cream colored under skirt petticoat thing, but it's like part of the dress. It's not really the petticoat. And then she has these like tall lace-up boots that cover most of her legs so that she's not exposed too much, covering up all the fire as much as possible.
Well, you guys were able to all choose your outfits. You had agreed to meet with Dorian around midday, or was it
yeah.
a couple hours after that?
I think it was a couple hours after that, but midday-ish, whatever.
Is there anything you guys are hoping to do before you go to the party?
Should we-
Well, but
Do we have a solid plan for what we're doing with our stuff in case we have to skedaddle?
that was I think we need to leave our animals with well, except for Chinook, of course, he can come with us. But we should leave our horses and Lily with the caravan should we have to flee through the tunnels.
All right. We're back up in the room at this point still, yeah?
Yeah.
About that automaton.
See?
Yeah, we can't have that. I mean, it's cute, but we can't have that thing clanking and follow us around. It's
At the
Especially
party?
if
No.
it gets discovered where we acquired him.
in general, I think. That we should.
No. You're gonna have to fight Nyra.
Are you suggesting they should give up their new pet?
No, I know, is
Power
there
it
like
down?
a way we can deactivate it until we can figure it out?
Maybe we could ask Kale's friend, the oh gosh, what's her name?
Tannis?
Tannis. We don't know, none of us know anything about how these things work.
Exactly.
Maybe she could even
Mechanics.
program it to do all kinds of cool things.
It feels like he does what he wants, but also whatever you say. He listened to your dog.
None of you've spent a very significant time with
Looking
Sid since
over.
getting it. Yeah, okay.
No.
That's what I thought.
He sleeps in our room and plays music. It's nice.
It's been like a day.
I
Yeah.
learned from Leif that robots and lightning don't mix.
Oh,
I learned that from you.
And we were learning from each other.
Thanks.
Where is he? Sid, come
Like
here.
over there.
Yeah, I guess Sid.
Teaching him.
This is Vale's room, right? Yeah, Sid
Yeah.
did spend the night in Vale's room. Sid, when you guys, but does Leif say that? Did, like, Sid come here?
No, I said he's over there.
Oh,
Nyra said,
okay.
come here.
Oh, okay. Then, Nyra, when you say that,
Mhm.
you do hear a clanking come from Vale's room. And right now, Sid there's a soft glow coming from his little window. And you can see that he's just kind of giving off a soft morning light from his face. That turns off when he gets closer to you guys, and he does just go and sit at your feet.
See, he just does what he told. What
Yes,
else
but
can he do?
we've never seen technology like this before. You
Mhm.
trust it implicitly, just right off the bat? What if it's you fly or record or
What is a cord?
like when you asked me to send a message? You
Sid,
took
can
my
you
mess-
record things?
I understand your concern, Leif.
He just plays music in response to you asking him if he can record.
I don't know if that's programming to him or if that's a recording.
Sid, do you have a way of communicating with others outside of this room?
The little light that was glowing starts to emit sort of red light.
I don't know what that means.
But usually it feels negative.
Fair. But I would feel a lot better if Tannis had a look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure. I mean, if we're going to bring the horses over there, we can bring it over as well and ask Kale to have her check
That
it
makes
out.
sense.
Although she was playing with it for a while. Because she was with us when we
Yes.
found him.
But playing with and actually, reverse engineering it and figuring out what it can do. Different things.
If she says it's fine, I'm okay to keep it with us, but we can learn a lot from this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so some of us need to bring the horses and the robot. Anything else anyone wants to do before we meet with Dorian?
I think just go over our plans to make sure we know what we're doing. At the very least, we arrange the meeting spot that if anything goes wrong, we know where to go.
Yes. Perhaps on the way in we might even identify the tunnels. If not, we'll pick a rally point and we'll search for them together.
Leif, you said there was a fountain shaped like a hand that was close
Mhm.
by?
It was
Maybe-
it was fairly close by. It's the grate itself is inside of a wall that runs out of a gatehouse near that fountain.
Oh, that inner
Oh,
The inner
Wall,
wall, near the inner
yeah.
wall.
if we don't see it immediately, Raelynn, perhaps you can convince your date to travel past the fountain before we go to the party.
I can try my best.
Date?
Yes, Vale arranged for me to be a +1 tonight.
How do you feel about that?
I'm here to do a job. It's part of my job. Anything to help my family or the country.
You can have feelings about it and still be willing to do it.
It's just spending time with someone. He was a nice enough man.
I don't think he'll do anything untoward, so...
Mm-hmm. At the very least, if he laughs, you'll know exactly where I am.
Yes, so will everyone else.
He has a distinctive laugh.
What?
I know you guys also mentioned, at least Nyra mentioned that she wanted to make sure that she met the caravan leader before, if you guys were planning on joining up with the caravan.
Mm.
We can kind of hand wave that. It doesn't need to be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's not going to cost people based on Kale a couple days a week. All right. Is there anything that you want to have, like, you need specific details about, especially if you're handing off your stuff and your horses to somebody else?
I mean, not for me anyway. As long as they're going to take good care of the horses, you know.
I just mean, are you going to tell them where you're planning on meeting them? Or are you just planning on meeting them on the road at the next town?
That's fair. If we don't, yeah, we'll tell them if we don't return for for our horses, then we'll be meeting them at the, what was the name of that small town to the west?
Belgard?
Yes.
And I'm assuming we're packing most of our stuff on our horses, so like if we never come back to the Velvet Crown, we're set.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or in the bag of holding.
Just so we all say that out loud, and there's no...
Yeah.
Speaking of packing in the bag of holding, Raelynn's gonna go grab her bag of holding, and she's just gonna be like, Leif, you should have this for the evening, because it's not really gonna match my outfit.
Who knows what I'll find.
Hold on, though. One moment. She's gonna like look through the bag of holding, and she's just gonna pull out like a dagger. She's like, I can't be unarmed. I'm sorry. She'll like give it to you.
Leif, is there a particular, I don't know, smell, symbol, anything that I could mark things with at the party that you would know I would like for them to end up in the bag of holding?
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That sounds like a great use of thieves' cant.
Could you put a little red lipstick on it?
Yeah, some...
You can borrow mine.
I've got a way
I'll go lick all the items.
No, just take a lipstick.
Some small symbol would be a great idea.
What symbol would stand out to you?
Oh... That's a really good question, Shanks. I hadn't thought about that.
Can it, like, maybe a letter from the giant alphabet or something that you...
I'm worried that might be too obvious.
Dwarven.
All right.
You speak Dwarven.
Dwarvish would be good. You know Dwarvish?
I don't, but if you show me the symbol, I can replicate it.
Yeah, I'll show him some sort of Dwarvish symbol.
All right. Yeah. And,
You show him the Dwarven symbol for mine.
Yes,
Yoink.
That's what it is.
Yoink.
All right. Good. And I intend to have comprehend languages up, so if anyone wants to speak to me in any obscure language, or if anyone needs to sign at me, I'll be able to understand you, just in case we're in company and you hesitant to say something out loud.
Perfect.
All right. Cool. So from gonna throw it out there one more time, just because you guys seem like you are preparing to abandon this city. I just want to make sure I give you like one last call. You're good.
Been
I
here long
think
enough.
I'm good. I do.
Any last visits to Vashta?
Actually, I turned her down.
Oh, that wasn't me saying that in character.
Fair enough. Alina, why don't I do something special with your hair? Really make it pop for the performance.
You do hair?
Of course I do.
That's what I said.
Why is this so surprising to everyone?
You're right. I don't know. Your hair is always lovely.
So is yours. But I think I can do something special.
Give it a go.
All right. Well, Vale will go about seeing to Alina's hair in private.
Yeah, there's like a little vanity in each of the like rooms going out of the main room. You could each have like a station going for doing hair within this like suite.
How are you feeling?
Honestly scared as hell to meet a Dayrun.
Do you think it would change who you are if you were a Dayrun?
Certainly alter my fundamental understanding of myself.
Well, your understanding of how you came to be, but who you are is your decision every day.
Is it though?
Yes. There is no other way to live. Every day we decide who we are by the decisions we make.
It's not been my experience.
I wouldn't think any differently of you.
I don't know what parts of me are me and what parts are the sisterhood. Honestly, I think there's more sisterhood than me.
I don't think so.
I don't even know the half of it.
That's true. But I've been through it too. I've done things I had to do to survive. I've adopted personality traits I don't particularly like because otherwise I would face the end. And yet, here I stand, choosing to live, choosing to enjoy life, choosing my duties.
I haven't made many choices of my own.
Choosing to obey is a choice. Choosing not to choose is a choice. We both have a lot of responsibility heaped on us. We have obligations and things to overcome. But the Alina that I know is still here. She's still strong, admirable, and willful, and defiant to a fault.
Are you sure you even really know me? Obligations. I can't even talk about my obligations because we have to focus for tonight.
I know. I don't want to spook you. I just want you to know that no matter what happens at this party, nothing changes for anyone in this group.
It'll change, which is why I can't talk about it yet.
Doesn't change for me.
I think it will, though.
We need to have a real talk about this soon.
After the party tonight. When we don't have to
If we're not
focus
running,
on-
if we're not running for our lives, perhaps. And if we are, then perhaps when we reach this lake party, something a little bit more informal.
I do want to have that conversation sooner rather than later.
Well,
I can't put that on you before tonight.
whatever it is, I can take it. But you look rattled enough.
And you see the rattled melt away. And she goes, "What do you mean? I'm ready for tonight."
Of course you are. I expect nothing less.
See, you can't even be sure the me you're seeing is the real me.
Isn't that true for everyone?
Oh, I wish we all had your confidence.
It's a choice, I assure you.
You've been fortunate for your choices, Vale.
Not all of them.
Many of us haven't had choices.
A lot of people would have said that about me.
Been my experience watching you over the years that you've had a plethora of choices.
That's because I made it that way. I willed it into being.
Takes a mighty strong will.
It does. Let's get you training up on yours.
Out of character, training on what? I made the mistake of looking over a chat for a second, and then my brain just like 404'd.
Just using your will.
Gotcha. Oh, that I am well versed in. That training I've had. That's why I do what I do.
Yes, but you don't do it for yourself. And I would like to see that change.
Not so much self when you're part of the sisterhood. Sisterhood above all.
Like I said, I'd like to see that change.
I don't know if
Anyway.
I mind either.
You look as beautiful as I can possibly make you.
And how did you do Alina's hair?
That's a good question. I think there's like lots of little braids going down and then up to the back into like a very elaborate updo.
Thank you, Val.
I'm always here for you.
I do promise I intend to test that open door policy.
I was a little disappointed you didn't last night.
What do you mean?
I knew you were going through some things, and I made sure that I was alone. But
And you didn't say anything or make eye contact or buy me a drink?
you're right. But I regret some of my choices.
If they had been choices, I would have regretted them. Regretted a lot of mine.
Meanwhile, a probably very different vibe out in the other rooms. You can see that Sid is just sitting there while Chinook just sniffs and licks and is like cawing at him, and he's just trying his best to stay sitting where he is. You can see that Sid sort of responds a little bit anytime that Chinook barks, but he keeps cutting like his bark halfway off because he's like, I'm not supposed to bark right now, and he like nips it in the bud. But he very much wants to play with him again, and the little robot's not really giving in. What are the other 3 doing at the moment?
Nyra's trying to get her shield into the bag of holding.
Yeah, I think maybe it'll fit.
Just... Okay, cool. I'm going to need it. I can't bring it.
Do you need your armor in there as well?
Probably. We should put all of our armor in there.
My armor's in there. My shield's in there.
We're like the only 2 that wear armor, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll put my... Oh, my AC is going to be so low.
I'd say during that, Raelynn will probably because Chinook's with us, right?
Yes.
She'll probably grab something and just throw it for Chinook to like at least get a little bit of exercise and have some fetch time. And then she'll probably just look at Leif and frown a little because he's dressed up, but his hair is so scruffy still. His beard is scruffy. Nothing. Just, will you please let me tidy your beard and do your hair?
Yeah.
You have to look the part. Okay, sit down. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, sit down and then slide forwards a little. So it's even lower.
Raelynn will just like give his beard a little trim, like standing in front of him, like not the nicest way. Just very assertive, like move this way. She'll like tie your hair in a little bun or something like that in the back. Much better. Nyra, you look lovely. You don't need help.
Well, thanks. Do you want your hair done?
Sure. Yeah. Nothing special. Just throw it up. It's fine.
I don't do simple. And she starts doing like some really braids. She'll also tell Sid, go play with Chinook.
And then at some point, Raelynn will probably try and look for something to adhere this like dagger to her thigh, so that she's not unarmed.
My
turning away
12
as she does it.
Nyra does have the disguise brooch as well, and she could.
Yeah, but
advantage.
It only lasts 2 hours total. I don't think I have that in my inventory. Oh, I do. It is on me.
All right. Well, eventually you guys, I imagine you're just taking your time leisurely. You don't have a lot to do today aside from meeting up with Dorian later, and you kind of had you did your running around and whatnot, or did you do your running around between actually getting fully ready? Yeah, okay.
Dropped
That's
everything
what I figured.
off.
Cool.
Mickey, I'll take care of it.
Yeah. He was very gracious about it.
Always is.
You did probably hear him mention something about how like Belle's gonna love this. As he started filling out some paperwork for some extra wagons in his caravan. All right. So, around the time that you're expected to meet with Dorian, you hear a little bit similarly, not as loud of a commotion outside as another very similarly looking wagon approaches. This one is kind of like half and half. It's almost like there's a front coach, but then there's like a back area for some luggage. And he exits. He exits the wagon. Like you could see him from outside, pretty much. So if you look outside and catch a glimpse of him, he exits, and then shortly after, a very tall, bald elf dressed in similar clothing to him comes out behind him. He looks like he has just weapons like strapped to him, has two swords on his back, and you can kind of see underneath the layers of clothing that he's wearing little glimpses of other weapons on him. And he kind of just towers over Dorian as they walk into the inn. He's wearing very similar stuff to what he was wearing yesterday, but you do see that shortly after he enters, there's another dwarf that has gone around the other side and is taking out another trunk of clothes as they enter into the Velvet Crown. Do you kind of like greet him downstairs, or do you?
Yeah, I think they'll go down and meet him and bring him up to the room so that they can finish off his ensemble.
He's very excited, but you could tell that he's also a little bit nervous. Like he doesn't seem to know what to do with his hands most of the time as he's talking to you. And when you bring him up to the room, he looks around at everyone else who's ready and is just like, "You guys all look fantastic. I'm glad that I was able to get you things in your size."
Raelynn will probably walk up and just be like, "Thank you so very much. You were more than kind."
Sorry for the overkill. I didn't know what you would want to wear, and I also didn't know what I wanted to wear, so I couldn't narrow it down. But incredible choice.
Thank you.
I would love to hear what this idea is for my entering the party while I finish getting ready.
Do they have and Lyris is Vael is already going through his outfits and picking out something that is different from Raelynn's but still color matched, like something black and silver. And then he literally just starts undressing Dorian there and like gets him ready. And as he's doing that, he's just like, do they have heralds at this party? Will they be announcing your entrance?
They don't generally have that sort of thing, especially because people get invited, like such as yourself. It'd be a little bit rude to have people enter with no announcement at all.
Then I'll announce your arrival, and we'll have some music. Lena and I will be performing a little dance, and the more exotic members of your entourage are just there to look very unusual and interesting and stoic.
Like an air of mystery.
That's right. You're a well-traveled man. You keep company that others would find unusual.
You don't think that's going to backfire?
No, I don't think so at all. I think people will talk about you, and trust me, that's what you want.
So what Dorian has done actually is he takes out like this partition from the wardrobe that he brought. So he's like on one side, like talking to you while you're like throwing over pieces and things for him to try on. And he throws one thing back over and he asks that you bring over. He's like, "Can you bring over that gold cape over there?" And asks you to like toss it over. And he's just like, "See, the thing is, they already talk about me a lot, so I'm concerned about that."
The day you have to be concerned about is the day they stop talking about you.
I suppose there's some truth to that, says Azu. You kind of see just a flash of fabric over top this partition as he tries one more thing on.
You see, they think they have you figured out already. What you need to do is remind them that you contain multitudes. There's far more to you than they could have possibly figured out.
And then what if they actually talk to me and find out that that isn't the case?
You play aloof. Don't answer any direct question about yourself or your entourage. Change the subject. Avoid it. Talk about them.
Can I get you to make a persuasion check, especially when you suggest that he doesn't talk about you guys? I just feel like you're trying to accomplish something here with this, so I want to make it fair.
23.
That is pretty darn good. I honestly don't know a lot about you anyway, so I don't even know what I would say. I was hoping to actually get to know you all at this party, so...
And we will absolutely do that. But as for the others, the reality is all of these highborns, all of these well-to-do people, those who are standing on one single accomplishment, their heads are mostly empty. They don't know much of anything anyway. But they reveal themselves far too easily. When you answer nothing, it just makes them more curious, makes them want more.
I suppose that would help actually with my problem if I spoke less.
Do you mind me asking what that problem was, just so we avoid that topic?
You see that he was like very steadily, you could see like an arm going up and something being tossed over and him running his hands through his hair. And that all comes to a stop when you ask that question. And you hear the rustling of fabric just also come to a stop for a moment, and there's a little quiet sigh, and he goes, You see, I don't fit in with a lot of these nobles. They want me to act just the way your friend was describing I should act. And I just don't see the problem in trying to chat and get to know people. And I was really quite good at it. I had lots of friends, but you see, I may have let slip a piece of information that got someone in a lot of trouble several years ago, and since then it's been every single party after that has gotten less and less open and direct around me. I guess they think me somewhat of a gossip.
You don't have to share the secret, but who did you offend? Maybe we can begin to mend that tonight on your behalf.
Oh, I offended the Dayrune family. You would really do that for me?
Certainly.
Which one? The whole family?
Well, it caused problems for the whole family. I would assume they're all mad at me.
rather important family to offend.
Yes, I'm surprised that you guys didn't hear about that.
I'm only recent to Mournhold, making my name in the big city. So, we're a family I'm rather curious about. I mean, you only hear bits and pieces out west. What can you tell me? There seems to be both a human and an elfin branch, but I assume they're, cousins? Again, gossip is not always the most reliable as it travels across the land. You pick up what you can, and I would hate to offend. As I'm working on repairing these relationships for you.
Well, the Daerun family does marry into human bloodline a lot, and that has gotten, I guess, diluted enough over the years. Half-elves, elves. What are you... Oh god, I'm doing it again, aren't I?
No. With us, you can ask questions.
No, I just mean I'm blabbing about the Daerun family. They're going to be even more angry at me.
No. You're helping us keep from putting feet in our mouths. What you're doing right now is a valuable service.
Well, if you really don't know, if you happen to see Emmerich or any of his sons there, I would not mention Emmerich's former wife.
How many sons does Emmerich have?
Just the two?
I've heard of the Chancellor. And the other?
Give me a deception check.
Do you want it in the tower?
No, you could do it out in the open.
I'm surprised you're not reading his mind right now.
Yeah, really.
27. Oh, you really don't know. How did you never hear of Daniel?
Oh! Look, here I'm gonna let you in on a little secret of mine. I happen to be a country bumpkin. I know I disguise it very well. It's been a climb up the social ladder. I have heard of Daniel, but again, there's so many Daeruns out and about nowadays that putting the family tree together is a skill of its own that I'm developing, but have not quite gotten there yet.
Yeah, there's the two boys, and well, I believe he had a daughter.
Oh?
Yeah, but there's the Daeruns are so involved in the academy that well, for one, the second wife also didn't work out.
Messy affairs of the heart.
I believe the daughter didn't take his name.
That's peculiar. By choice?
Mostly that they didn't want her to have special treatment at the academy.
But surely the name she took would have slipped out.
Oh, well, his wife was Anna Thorne, so I had assumed that she took his name, or her name. And then you just hear a long sigh. He's like, all right, I'm not going to be privy to another
No, I
I'll let go.
promise I will not press you for any more information, but that does help me be better armed. I may not wear armor, but my armor is my information.
Dorian, for the record, again, all nobles speak about each other. It's about time and place. Trusted company.
Well, I just thought everyone knew everyone, and I just happened to mention where Emmerich had been one time, and I guess his wife had a different idea of where he was. So, and that was very easily traced back to me. So,
Well, it won't be repeated from any of us.
right. Well, is there anything you want to know for me? You guys have never been to this sort of thing.
Are there any particular behaviors we ought to exhibit that aren't common in other places?
I mean, if you've made an impression on Kale, I don't think I have anything to worry about with any of you in terms of behavior, but I mean, just try to stay out of trouble. There are a lot of priceless objects in her home. And
What kind of crowd is this musically after we make a big entrance? Are they looking for something jazzy and in the background, something a little flashier?
Something more classical,
All right.
epic.
Epic tales of love and battles long fought.
He walks around the partition and is just like, he's fully dressed now. Exactly. That's. By the way,
Yes,
I will
They are.
have all of these picked up tomorrow. I've made arrangements with the Velvet Crown, so you don't need to worry about that.
Very good. How many carriages are we taking to the party?
We will have 3 total. We have 1 outside right now. That was mostly for my clothing. Another one should be here within the hour.
All right, well, Lena, Evelyn, do you mind riding with our gracious host?
I wouldn't be a +1 if I didn't. I'd be glad to.
Right. You're going to technically be working there, Lena. When we get there, you'll need to check in at the front near the guest book and let them know who you are. They should already be aware that you're going to be there. But you will receive a special insignia that will allow you into certain areas to get ready for your performance.
Certainly.
I was only able to get you about 2 songs, though, with the last minute.
No, that's more than enough. Trust me, you were helping my career in ways that you couldn't begin to understand.
Right. Well, he's going to go into this little drawer that pulls out of the bottom of the wardrobe that he brought in, and he pulls out 2 bottles of wine, and he's like, "While we wait."
Absolutely.
And he'll pour whoever wants it a drink. It is you're getting a day buzzed for sure. Like it's like a bit afternoon.
Alina is kicking this back far too fast than is responsible.
Vale's actually just kind of sipping on it.
Ooh.
Raelynn's sipping.
All right. Well, it is almost 8 o'clock, so I think that's probably a good time to take a break and come back to the actual arriving at the party. Seems like a good time. Oh, welcome back. Always my husband that trolls me right before we go live.
To be fair, I do it when I'm
Together.
DMing too.
Yeah, but I don't have to say anything when we go back, so I don't care that. But yeah, welcome back, everybody. We are sipping wine in a hotel room, getting ready to go out to a party in the Glimmerfall Ward in Mournhold at Chis'dana's manor. Really have no idea what to expect from anybody or anything, but eventually you guys head back out as soon as the other parts of his entourage like arrive. Vale, you said that you were going to go in a different wagon.
Yes, because I want to ritually cast Comprehend Languages, and I'm going to make sure I ask the wagon driver how long we expect the trip to be, so that I'm finishing just as we arrive.
Try not to make a joke there.
Yeah, I almost made it myself, to be honest.
Just in general, you would know to get to the entrance to the arcane ward that they actually use, because the other one goes into the field ward, and you saw that they don't use that. You would know that you would have at least like an hour before you actually get to the arcane ward gate.
Right.
So do you ask for the full amount of time, or do you wait till you
Yes.
get to the gate? So okay, then he would tell you, oh well, I'm expecting it'll be about 2 hours unless things happen to be clear.
Clear. Did something happen?
It's just the whole ward's going to be busy.
Fair enough. Right. Well, thank you. Fine. That's all I needed to know. Evelyn, don't forget you wanted to see that fountain on the way in.
Yes, that'd be wonderful. I've heard from the...
I have to interject here. Didn't you tell her to go with Dorian?
That's why I'm telling her that, so that she can convince Dorian to see the fountain.
Oh, okay. I thought you were asking while you were in the actual wagon. That was my understanding, that you
No,
were
I'm
in your
asking as we
wagon
get into the wagon.
driving.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like we're all getting into the wagons, and that's what I'm asking. Yeah.
Okay. I was not clear on that. Sorry.
It's all right.
She'll just nod.
So what are you guys doing then on the way there that I need to know about in terms of things that you're watching out for, things that you're doing on the way there, also who's with Vale and who's with Dorian. Also, there's a third wagon that could be completely separate.
You're muted.
Leif and Nyra, I believe, need to be together for the trip.
Okay.
Yes, that was right.
I think the three of us
before.
could be fine in the second
Mhm.
wagon. We don't need to put anyone in the third.
Okay.
Is the bald elf that came with Dorian in our carriage as well?
He's at the front of it with the driver.
Okay. I think that Raelynn will ask him to point out any beautiful structures he's seen around here, any homes that he really appreciates, all his favorite things about the Glimmer Ward, just acting super interested. Talking about this grand fountain she's heard about. If they don't pass it, can we go pass it? And then she'd also like to ask about his accompany elf and just be like, will he be with us the entire evening? Is he your security?
Oh, well, Kale actually lent me his services this evening.
I thought he looked familiar.
It's fucking perfect.
Oh, you know him.
I've seen him. This is the same guy that was in the bar, right? When
Yes.
Kale came in? Okay.
Do you know if he's actually as good at defending as Kale said? His stories kind of sounded a bit tall.
I mean, the way he carries himself, he could definitely do it. Kale wouldn't put you in danger.
On the way, he points out to you a few fixtures and houses that he particularly likes. One of them is it's made primarily of like a teal sort of turquoise colored stone, and the top of the house, all of the roofs are like dome shaped with like a scaling shingle, and each window fixture has this really intricate, ornate gold trimming around it. And the whole house just looks like it is glowing. Like each room inside is well lit. I think this one's probably my favorite, even though it's probably a nightmare to live in. And then he points out a statue. There's a lot of yards here have gates around the property that just show off these like intricate gardens on all sides of them. And he points to one statue in the center of a back garden as you're passing a home. And it's like this large octopus that has 10 arms instead of 8. I'm not gonna rename it, but each one of them is holding like a little. What?
It's a decapus.
I don't want to call it that. That sounds wrong. Each of the ends of the tentacles are holding a lantern in it, so it's like lighting up the yard. One thing you also do note as you guys are going is that they did not have the blackout hour today at noon.
Interesting.
And you guys also just noticed there's a lot of foot traffic here. So people are just walking to and from places, but you can tell that the ones that are going in a certain direction, which is east from where you entered into the ward, you can tell that everyone here is dressed fancy. They are dressed like ridiculous. Like think the Met Gala, but for the Glimmerfall Ward. Just intricate headpieces that make no sense, like a gold globe entangled on top of somebody's, like it's probably hurting her neck, you'd think, and just like ugly sort of looking collars around them that serve no purpose and function. But then there's some people who are more subdued, like the way you guys and Dorian are dressed, and when he points out some particularly ugly looking piece that is probably worth thousands of gold, he's like, that's what I meant when I said I didn't want to upstage anyone. There are certain people that take this very seriously.
Understood.
And he actually make a persuasion check about the asking him to take a certain route. And do that with advantage, since, yeah, this man does have a little bit of a crush on you.
Well, I'll just roll again. Wait, that's... I keep grabbing random things. Did it not go?
Mm-mm.
Oh. So good.
I hope your other ones that you lost weren't better.
There was a 19, but it's okay.
He says, we might not be able to go right by it, but I can take you in that direction so that we can pass by that street.
That'd be wonderful.
And it takes you about Yeah, it's taking you a long time to actually just get through the street because of all of the foot traffic. The horses are going very slowly. Like, you might have actually been better just walking through here, but you came from a completely different ward. And it takes you about 20 minutes or so before the crowd moves through enough that you can see just down the street to your right this fountain that has a hand protruding out of it, and it's towering over the people that are walking nearby it, so it's probably about 12 feet tall. And you do notice that there is some navy and maroon trim around the stonework at the bottom edge of the fountain surrounding it. Which so far you guys have, you already identified it as being similar to the hand that was on the little emblem that Vale has, and you've noticed that the mages tend to wear those two colors.
At this point on, she's going to pay especially close attention out the window to make sure she's knowing exactly which way they're turning to get to the house from where that location is.
Mm-hmm. You're going down a street, and you end up so you come into the ward, and then you kind of you turn immediately, and you're going down like a circular sort of street, where you can then see out to the right that there's this hand fountain. You would be able to assume that if you had kept going straight on that road instead of turning the way he did, you would have gotten to the fountain a lot sooner. But you keep on going down this outer road, which seems to have the more grand houses, and soon you are moving at a snail's pace compared to people around you, but you're not the only people in wagons doing this either. And Dorian seems to be getting a little bit antsy. He's like, I've usually just come into these things quietly and unnoticed, so this is a little bit nerve-wracking, to be honest.
Raelynn will put her hand on his arm and just say, if ever there's a time you need to take a break, we can go outside and talk.
That is, that's good to know. Thank you, actually.
You're welcome. And don't feel like you have to stop talking just because of who I am. It's fine. You can talk my ear off all night.
I appreciate that, because then I might not put my foot in my mouth with other people if I'm just constantly filling your ear with my nonsense. And he kind of chuckles nervously. You see up ahead this converging of all of this traffic going to a particular house down the road. You can make it out from here. Which one of my million docs is this in? You see this 2-story manor that is... It's more what you're used to back home in design. It's a castle. Its architecture is very similar to things that you could find in Erisholm and in Ashendar. Kaldbor is a little bit different in the way they design their homes, but the floors look like they're tall, though, like probably 20 feet per story. And out front, this dark cobblestone path goes up towards the double front doors of this two-story manor that has, you can see a stable off to the side that mirrors the same architecture design of the building. All of the doorways and the windows are this arch design. Out front, you can see one balcony that leads into a room on the second story. People are already like outside talking in groups. Some of them have wine in their hand as if they'd already been inside the party while they're meeting other people outside. There is a statue of a woman in this dark iron that is a woman with very undefined features on her face reaching upward to the sky. And on either side, there's like a little topiary garden. And as you guys come in, you're kind of directed towards the stables where everyone is leaving horses if they only arrived on horseback. And then they're leaving their wagons if they don't have somebody to take them around somewhere else. But this is kind of where everyone who's arriving by wagon is getting out, and then their wagon goes off elsewhere. You are about 5 wagons away from being at the front of the line at the moment. And you can see that you can even see from out here, like all of the light inside. You can see shadows. The place looks like it's full. People are coming and going, chatting each other up outside and in the entryway inside. Vael, how do you see your entrance going? Is that once you guys get inside, you're planning on doing something?
Yes, it's the through the doors kind of thing, where I will announce his name as he enters through with Raelynn, Alina and I behind, Alina playing music and a little bit of high class choreography.
Alina, are you playing like instrumental music? Are you singing along? What's the vibe you're going for?
Vael, what's the plan?
Well, we had planned for instrumental. If you want to sing, you can. If you want us to duet, we can. However you think. You're the music expert. I'm just.
I
can certainly give you advantage on the performance check.
I'll just do instrumental for this. I would like to, as we're all out and gathered, under the pretense of like tuning my instrument and doing really quick vocal warm-up, I would like to use that to give my party Mantle of Inspiration.
Okay. I do also need to know, you guys have talked about casting things, so I need to know when you're casting them. So when you ask me, is this still up? I know if it is or not.
Yeah, so my comprehend languages should have just come up a few minutes ago, and it lasts for an hour.
Everyone gets 16 temporary hit points.
Damn.
Wow.
That's good.
That's a lot of temp HP to explode Leif
No,
with.
14. I can't do numbers.
Still though, yeah, that's a good buffer. Should something go horribly wrong in the near future.
And is that just like until they use it up, sort of thing?
Yeah, it doesn't have a time limit on it. It just says, the one thing we're not going to use is the reaction to move our speed without.
Or suddenly dash away.
Near a dog.
You just see a dotted outline.
In the wagon, I would have asked Leif, are we doing this like right? Because it lasts an hour, so.
Yeah, I think maybe right. We're pretty close to the front of the line. Maybe go ahead and do your thing.
I will upcast enhanced abilities. So I get both of us. I will give Leif intelligence advantage, and I will give myself dexterity advantage.
Good call. Good call.
And then, do you want tongues or up to you?
I don't know if I'll. So above the table, I don't know how useful that'll be. If it's handy, it'll be really handy, but I don't know how likely
Yeah.
it is to be handy.
I'll
With
hold it
fails,
because it's my only other second, third level spot.
maybe
I
we'll
have
hold
to
that
cast
one.
instead.
We'll hold that one in case maybe we need Revivify or something.
What? It's a revivify. That is not back today, my sir.
Never mind.
Dispel magic is.
That's good. That's good.
Spell
That's a good
magic is
one.
good to have for this party, yeah.
Yeah.
I was very picky about the spells I picked. I made Vixx open the game early yesterday so I could get in and do it.
And Leif has the big holding.
Mm-hmm.
He knows everything in it as well.
Totally gonna read your mail.
Go for it.
Did you ever dump out the bag to look at what Anna shoved in there?
Nope.
Nope.
Too late now.
That'll be
Yep.
fun to find out.
Do that.
It's a
in
bomb.
Yeah.
Wonder what's in here.
Set to go off at this party.
Oh no!
Well, it's in a pocket dimension at the moment, so
It'll be
Yep.
fine. It can go off in there.
Plus, Leif has it. If it explodes, it's just Leif.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to ruin these clothes. They're loners.
I've got like a 30% hit point bump. I'll be fine.
You guys just asked Dorian, can we have this trunk of clothing?
Yeah, I was supposed to have this place.
He's
We need
so hard to
clothes.
shop for.
All right. See. I will just put you guys on the first floor map.
I'll also cast, because it's not concentration, see invisibility on myself.
Mm.
Just so I have that up.
And
Sounds
that's an hour.
Yeah, they're both an hour, so they'll fade at the
There's
same
like
time.
8 sensors following Vale around right now.
Yeah, she doesn't know. You only told
You,
Raelynn.
Everyone?
as soon as you
Does Vale need to
cast that,
swim?
you see 2 sensors above the doorways at the front of the manor.
Are they? Can I tell which way they're facing?
Yeah, actually, it's like they're trying to cover the left and right areas. So they're kind of pointed at the 2 little gardens that are out front, which you'll see in a second.
Okay.
They're not pointed directly in front of the building.
Okay, good to know.
If I could remember how to do anything. That'd be
Right
great.
click share record when it's not maximized.
I can't even find my map is the problem. I told myself don't close any of these windows that you have open, and then I did that anyway.
The only new addition to the bag of holding is the sending stone veil put in there. So just be aware of that.
At
Okay.
some point, we're going to want to pull that out of there.
I still say we should leave it in the house somewhere, because if it's hers, it might freak her out that we put it somewhere really random. Just scare her.
So you guys get out here, and then I need to drag you guys onto the map.
At some point, Raylan's just like looking at Alina across, just like, oh god. Like,
Oh, to
a
kill
little bit
time,
of panic in her eyes.
I will say what I'm thinking of. Like, if I don't even think Dorian realizes that Alina's in the carriage because he's so smitten. But if he does, she would make some excuse about vocal rest. And most of this ride, she has thought about the first instrument she was given, which was a flute from Dad. I mean, he was her dad, whether he was biologically or not. From Papa Bulgarin, gave her a flute when she was little.
This
She's
map
having an
is
existential
still
crisis.
black.
Still black?
It loaded for me.
Yeah.
Good for me.
Am I on the map?
I
It
might
took
have
it a hot second.
No, I forgot Vail.
No, you're not.
Oh.
There you go.
There you go.
He's still getting ready.
He takes extra couple seconds to come out. This map is huge.
And that's only the first level. So yeah, you see at the front door, you see the two, there's two automatons on both sides of the front door, very similar to the ones that you guys fought in the field ward. And with, sorry, actually I misspoke. There's two guards and then there's an automaton, and then there are two young looking mages. They are wearing the navy and maroon colored garb, but they are definitely dressed for fashion because one of them has like this high swooping thing that turns into a flower on her shoulder, and the other a young man has just like these long intricate robes that flow out behind him, and they all just seem to be keeping an eye on things out front.
Remind me, was it just inside or just outside the door that I have to go check in as a
Inside,
worker?
in the entryway inside, you'll find
Gotcha.
somebody. Yeah. But you could feel. I think I could actually unlock you guys because it doesn't really matter right now. I can do that. How do I do that, Shanks? Enable token lock. There we go. Yeah, you guys should be able to just freely move around, put yourself where you want to go.
We're me and Leif are in the back. Is that right?
Yes. Yes.
I think as we approach, Leif is going into crime mode. He's already starting to case the joint.
You're casing the joint.
Yeah. Trying to get a look in through the windows, understand the layout of the interior as much as I can.
In the tower, give me a perception check, but out in the open, you can give me investigation.
Okay. That one.
As you guys are approaching as well, Dorian actually stops Vail and grabs his arm, like sort of placing a hand on his arm. There might actually not be a ton of people when we first enter. I'm wondering if maybe we should save the grand entrance for the ballroom, which is off to the right when we walk in.
Understood. That's a good call.
All right.
I'll have to step to the side anyway as we enter and check in.
Enhance ability already paying off.
All right, then. Should we head in?
I'll let Dorian lead the way. Locking arms with him.
Leif, when you are casing the joint, you notice that to the left of the building, there's a worn path, like as if it's not as traveled, but it's very clear that there's like a sort of makeshift walkway on the left side of the building. You very similarly notice that in between the stable and the house, as if maybe that's where some of the people who work here might be walking. What else would you notice here? Not a whole lot out front right now, but I will keep your rolls.
Now that I am moving myself around, I can't use my keyboard to move the map. How do I move the map?
If you middle click and drag.
It's not.
Your scroll wheel, if you click it down.
Yeah, I just accidentally zoomed out instead. It's not a D&D session unless I'm having technological trouble, like a grandma.
It's okay. There's also a... Here.
There we go.
Give you navigation panel. Yeah, so you enter into this building and there is blue tile marking the floor in here that you can kind of, the ones of you that are magically inclined can sort of feel a little bit of arcane resonance coming from the floor. There's a group of people gathered just to the left-hand side of you, and then there's another door that goes out, and you can see that it opens up into a courtyard with a fountain. And even just beyond that, you can see that there is some sort of blue glow coming from the opposite side, and you can see a couple of people kind of in a sort of like a balcony box sort of thing, like at a special event sort of thing. Don't think you would see much else from there just yet, but there is a young woman dressed in red with a black sash around her waist, very simple clothing, standing at this little podium that has a guest book open. She has round glasses that are just nestled at the end of her nose, and she's currently flipping through the book.
I'll go over to where I need to check in as everyone else signs the guest book.
Which would pretty much be in the same spot.
Gotcha.
You guys got to check in if you want to sign the guest book. It doesn't look like everyone is going directly for it, but yeah. Hello. You're a guest here?
I am a performer tonight. I need to check in, please.
Oh, you're the one that we're waiting for.
Oh no, am I late?
Well, not for your performance. You're fine. You're just the last one to arrive. And she's going to dig inside of a pocket in her robes, and she produces a little pin. And the pin is just this like circular, like a spiral going to the center with a little hand in the middle. And she's going to like, do you mind if I put this somewhere on you? Where would you like it? It does need to be visible.
At all times throughout the evening, or just when I'm in backstage areas?
Just when you would like to get backstage.
Oh, there's not a lot of real estate tonight.
Yes, it's very interesting cuts.
Oh, thank you. I think maybe there's enough like right here to.
She reaches up and puts a little pin, and then she's going to flip to the very back of the book, and you see 3 little parchments, like loose leaf slips, and she takes one of them out, looks it over. I don't think that's you. And she goes, Lena,
yes.
Musical, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. She passes you what looks like, you've seen it before, it's like a work permit, but it's very specific for this event. And she's going to point you to the left where there's a hallway that you can see stairs that go up. You can either go that way, and she points to the spiral staircase to her right, and she goes, if you go upstairs and then go to the very end of the hallway, you'll have to present your pin, and they'll take you to where everyone else is getting ready.
Wait. My friends that I have come with have a rather elaborate plan as we enter the ballroom. Is that just an option, or is it a requirement?
That's just if you need it.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm sorry, I have so many questions.
That's perfectly okay. We have a band that takes care of everything for our musical guests, so if you don't need to get ready, or if you don't need your own space, then you're perfectly free to enjoy the party. Your spot is in 2 hours.
Good. They'll be nice and socially lubricated.
Perfect. Well, if you need anything, my name is Janine, and
thank you so much, Janine.
Hopefully be here if nothing goes wrong.
Then let's hope that you're here.
Alina, what is your passive perception?
It is. Oh, that's right, because it's perk 16.
Out the door into the courtyard, you can see a glimpse of the second level, and you can see that there is a balcony on the opposite side. You notice one of those automatons, and you notice just the lower half of somebody dressed. You see the bottom portion of a red skirt that has black and white intricate designs on it.
And a similar red to the Academy red?
Yes.
As I leave, and as we gather, I'm assuming to the right, because isn't the ballroom to the right?
To the right is the ballroom, to the left is just a hallway.
Okay. My plan, and I will certainly roll, is once we are all gathered around again, before we enter into the ballroom, I want to slip off my pin. I want to discreetly palm it to Leif. I want to let him know about the upstairs area, and I want to let him know about the Academy member and the automaton I saw upstairs.
All right.
Yeah, I was going to ask to just look at it for disguise self.
I also wanted to get a look. I was probably next to Alina anyway, but just want to make sure that I got a good look at it as well. I might need one.
Yeah, you guys all could have gone with her to the guest check-in area. You did see that it was pinned to her, so you could have been watching as well.
Mm-hmm. And I can give it all a minute as we're talking. Alina's going to talk with her hands a lot of this and playing with the strand of hair that Vael left down. We'll let that strand fall over where the pin is, and as she's playing with it, that's when she'll slide it off. And
make me a sleight of hand check.
Certainly. I'm supposed to be good at this. I'm so nervous about everything. I'm going to use one of my points of inspiration.
Yeah. Damn. That is some smooth frickin'
What, she's good with her hands is what you're trying to say?
Yeah. It was so smooth that Leif almost didn't notice that you were slipping the pin to him.
Why are you trying to take my hand?
How long have I been holding this?
Yeah, you just suddenly have it in your hand. Okay. So, yeah, because Dorian is with you, so you would want to be discreet about that.
And when I'm telling Leif, I'll kind of lean in like a flirty conspiratorial whisper to get the upstairs information to him since Dorian is there.
Make a deception check. There's gonna be a lot of checks, I think.
No, it's okay.
Damn.
And that is what I am most skilled at.
You masked up before you came to this party. You are you got your game face on right now. Dorian turns to you all. Well, I guess it's time. What do I do after you introduce? Do I bow? Do I continue on to?
No, you act as if none of this even matters to you. You're just on a walk with your beautiful companion.
You show her off to the room, you take a turnabout, you see who's there, who's worth your time to stop and talk to. Because not everyone is, you know.
Okay. Great. Well, okay, let's just do this. He's trying to psych himself up, and he holds out an arm so that Raelynn can kind of place her arm in his. Shall we?
When is his hair the same way as when we first saw him? It kind of half over his face?
Yes.
Okay. She's going to pull a lock of his hair off of his face just to brush it back and just be like, it's just you and I. It's okay. And she'll grab his hand. Do the hair tuck.
Do a Whatever. Like, do a persuasion check for me.
Sure.
See how well that works on him.
I think she should get advantage because he is.
I would
smitten.
like to use my tactical mind and use my second wind to
Alrighty then. And
That sucked. Can I use my inspiration?
yes, it only added one.
Uh, 15.
That's not bad. Yeah.
Thank you.
His,
So 19.
you see that he suddenly gets straighter posture, and his body language kind of turns a little bit more towards Raelynn, so that it's almost like what you said to him kind of like resonated, like, yeah, we're just having a one-on-one conversation sort of thing. And he makes light chit chat with you as if trying to take his mind off of what is happening around him. And Alina and Vale, I'd like you to make a performance check, unless you're giving advantage.
It's up to you, because I'm making an announcement. I'm also going to prestidigitate a bunch of doves as he walks in, all flying up into the room.
You're using magic. Alina, what are you're doing music, right?
Mhm. Music and dance.
Okay, so let's have a performance check from Vale with advantage, and then one from Alina straight, but I'll kind of make it a group effort sort of situation. Not bad.
Mine worth. I mean, 15's acceptable.
15
I'm gonna-
plus 27, I think.
Yeah,
we're
I'm gonna
pretty
take a
well.
middle ground here. You guys are
I've
good.
just gotten so many natural 20s on performance that I'm like, oh, 15 sucks.
Yeah. Cool. Just change this music up a little bit.
And I would love Vale to describe what our choreography looks like, because it is, as of now, still a mystery to me. The player.
I don't think in terms of dance, so I'm honestly not lost to try to.
It's just this like sort of you guys kind of both enter into the room, announce Dorian, split off so that you kind of take
We just do the dirty
command
dancing
more.
lift.
You kind of like command more of the room by splitting off, and maybe you like come together at the middle, and yeah, maybe you do the dirty dancing lift. And I think as soon as the doves enter the room, everyone just like is startled. They're like, oh. And the doves like match what Raelynn and him are both wearing at the moment in a very, so like the doves dissipate and then they just kind of step into the space afterward. And there's like a little bit of murmuring going on between everyone there. If you guys would like to move yourself into the room, it would be great. And Donald is very straight-laced, not like stone-faced, not doing anything, just staying behind everybody, but keeping Dorian in sight. You enter into this room. You see a bar at one end, and you see a band next to it playing. They don't seem to have a performer at the moment. They're just kind of playing music that other people are dancing to in pairs. And Nyra and Raelynn, you immediately notice at the bar a familiar face. You see Enric. So you see him from the side.
He doesn't look over at the doves.
He did look over, and I think what you might have noticed is that when he saw that it was Dorian, he turned back.
Thank God.
Yo. I'm gonna just distance myself a little bit.
Vale's gonna give a little pat on the shoulder to Dorian. You've got this, but wave for me if you need me.
Oh, you're going. Okay. Just kind of Raelynn feels him like squeeze a little bit, and then he eases. Oh no.
Is there a problem?
Well, yes. I don't think I want to be in this room right now, to be honest. But it feels silly having entered here like that and then leaving immediately, so may I lead you in a dance?
Oh, I'd love that.
You can see that there's like a little bit of like sweat like at the collar here. And he's like, that's one of the people I was talking about. As he like kind of turns away from Emmerich, he says that under his breath. And it seems like he's trying to give other people here a wide berth as you guys are dancing around.
We'll avoid him tonight.
All right. Donald, here we go. Okay, what is everybody else doing right now? I see Vale's gone to the bar.
Yep.
Did you go by yourself?
If you would like to accompany me, that's fine, but I didn't want to presume given who's at the bar.
I don't think Alina
You both
noticed
won't
yet.
know. I don't think you guys would know.
Oh.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
I don't think until I got up and saw what he like those
What he looked like?
similarities that it
Right.
would be a. We get to walk straight up to the bar to get a drink.
Fair enough.
Get
Yeah, come
within,
with me.
get face to face, and then you feel her just like tense on your arm.
Nyra, I will also make note that you saw one scrying sensor near the top of the stairs in the entryway that you guys came in. And you see one above the kitchen door to the north side of the room.
Of the ballroom?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys are going to the bar. Raelynn is dancing. Leif, you notice. You're still kind of. What are you looking for specifically? I guess is my question.
That is a
Well-
great question. I'm guessing that most of what I'm looking for is probably up those stairs. So I'm probably looking for... Well, in here, I'm looking for just, I don't know, general valuables, artifacts, anything that might be informative as to the state of magic here. Not that I'm expecting there to be anything in the ballroom. Also looking for somewhere I can slip away, pop this pin on away from a scrying sensor, and maybe explore some other parts of the building. I don't have a lot of time before these spells wear off.
Nyra would tell you, and she'd whisper it in Dwarvish,
Mm.
because they're the only ones where the sensors are.
Yeah, but to answer your question, yeah, in the ballroom you don't notice anything. There are some paintings on the wall, but they're mostly like landscape paintings, paintings of architecture that you've seen around the city. One of them being the Spiral Archive building, and yeah. So far in these two rooms, you haven't seen a whole lot. Are you guys all sticking together around this area?
For now, what I'm doing is getting drinks. Gonna take a survey of the room, just kind of see if anything stands out to me socially, kind of thing. Anyone seems particularly important. I'm going to be listening to whatever conversations are happening at the bar, and then probably make my way back to Raelynn and Dorian, unless I have reason to do something else immediately.
Make a perception check in the tower.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, at the bar you can hear, it seems like Emmerich's at the bar with somebody that he knows quite well, because just by the way that you're overhearing them talk, it's a young, elven-looking woman, long, pale blonde locks, and she's wearing a high-collared white like shirt, and then a high-waisted black skirt with a lot of gold and black trim on it. Her hair is done in just a lot of intricate braids that have little golden ornaments woven throughout. And you overhear them talking, and what you hear is her say, come on, it's not really that bad. It kind of worked out for you, didn't it? He goes, yeah, but it's the principle of it. I can't be having people like that here. You get the impression over a couple of like fairly vague comments that they're probably talking about Dorian's arrival. They're not like slandering him or anything. It definitely feels like there's been a bit of a wound there that has not healed. And she goes, he's perfectly harmless. I don't even think anyone really believes him anymore.
Vixx, is this like a cash bar, or is this just like an open bar?
It's an open bar.
Okay.
Wondering if I want to continue on doing the job of trying to sell this guy, or if I don't care now that we're at the party.
You do have... Yeah. What would Vael do? Need a bracelet? Like, check you guys' vision to see what you guys can see here.
I
don't sorry, go ahead.
No, I would like to I would like the woman to be between me and Emmerich. You described her as having pale blonde hair as well.
Yes.
When I get up to the bar, I'd like to turn and offer a friendly smile. Is her face familiar? In that strange way that these others have been?
No, she has a lot more like full features. Like her lips are very full. She has very bright eyes, and you can see that her eyebrows are very dark, as if that's not her natural hair color.
Hearing what we're overhearing walking up, though, I have a good idea even from behind who this probably is. I would like to let myself accidentally stare for a beat longer than would be socially acceptable.
You're trying to bait them.
Mm-hmm.
You're sitting on the other side, so it'd be Emmerich that notices you.
Because she's facing him.
Leans over. Oh, I think I recognize you.
Oh?
Yes, you were playing at... Sorry, I go to a lot of places. The Velvet Crown, right?
Oh, you were there.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. I didn't know that that a Daron was there. I would have introduced myself and said hello.
Well, I was trying not to go too noticed. I try not to do that.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm glad I didn't notice you. I think.
There you go. Confirmation that his last name is Daron. Yes, your friend was actually talking you up. I mean, I guess she was right. You're playing here tonight?
Very strange turn of events, but yes, things have been going well.
Sorry, not to assume. I suppose you could also just be somebody that I've not learned the importance of yet.
That is something I'm working on for myself, but no, I'm here to play tonight.
Oh, wonderful. I had to kind of run out on your last performance, so I'm looking forward to it.
I'm honored you enjoyed it so much.
Lena, was it?
Yes.
And he kind of glances even further down at Vale, and the girl kind of gives you guys space, like she goes like this. Hello.
Vale hands Alina a glass of wine. Hello there, Aevelus Lyran, the cure of all things magical and curious.
Oh, that's so.
It is.
So you're here for the display then?
You could say that.
You're trying to buy or just learn?
Depends on if it's worth my client's time.
Well, I think you'll find that tonight's featured displays won't, I don't think they'll be for sale.
Oh, well, that's a shame. But you seem to have the inside scoop. What are we in for?
Well, there's some sort of new tech from Zardan has arrived. And the other, I don't know what the importance of this is, but there is a piece of clothing that the Academy of the Hand is, I suppose, going to use as a way to improve upon the gear that they give to their young initiates. And then there's some new discovery from the desert, actually.
Interesting. You're so vague about that one.
I haven't yet checked them out, but...
Ah. Are you also an expert in magical curios?
No, but I like when there are results that come out of them. If something can be learned from anything, then my interest is piqued.
In my experience, something can be learned from anything magical.
I suppose you have a point, though sometimes those things aren't new.
True. Well, if you want an expert's opinion, by all means, seek me out.
Well, if I don't understand something, I'll be sure to approach you.
Very well. They wouldn't happen to be on display somewhere now, or do we have to wait?
They're on the second floor. It's open to everyone.
Perfect. I'll go take a look in a moment.
Okay, well, maybe I'll see you up there. Then he orders another glass of whiskey. And meanwhile, a song is coming to an end, and Dorian sees that Emmerich is staying put, and he goes, "Do you want to get out of here?"
We just got here.
I mean this room. There's a lot more to see.
For sure. Lead the way.
Your choice. The more learned stuff or the exciting stuff?
Exciting stuff.
All right. Leif and Nyra, what are you guys up to? It's been about like 5 minutes in this room. They finished a full song and Alina and Vale got their drinks at the bar. And it looks like Raelynn's now leaving, and it looks like Dorian's leading her out into the courtyard through these doors here. Which means that the bald elf comes following about 15 feet behind.
I gotta talk to that Donald. Upstairs?
Upstairs.
Alright. We go.
Okay. So in the main hallway, it seems like only the people with the little work bins are allowed up the spiral staircase. Everyone else is going to the end of the hall, where there is a guard kind of letting people pass through. They kind of get a once-over from him. So you guys end up... And I assume you guys are still, like, looking at everything as you go.
Yeah, eyes are open.
Maybe a little bit less when we get right close to the guard, but...
Okay. Alright, so... Why is that? That's not open. There is something blocking your view of something entirely. Great. How did that happen? That's sad.
Oh,
There's a whole other room here that was being blocked from you.
Secrets.
a library.
Yep, to the right, it looks like a small private library. And then to the left, it looks like a little lounge area. You can hear someone softly playing piano. They're not trying to play louder than the music coming from down the hall. A couple of people are sitting on a couch. And then you go up the stairs. However, before that happens, Dorian and Raelynn, you guys come outside. And now, just because the way the map worked out, I couldn't add this to the first floor, but there is this balcony above, and you see the automaton that Alina had said was there, and you see the upper half now of the red robes, and this balcony is on the north side. It's like over the doorway that you can see there. You can see an elvish woman, looks of Asian descent, long, sleek black hair. Her dress is very beautiful and intricate, but she's not wearing anything over the top like some of the guests. And she's just kind of watching over the courtyard, not really doing much else. She has a hand rested on the railing there, and you can see a double door behind her.
Does Dorian look at her, nod to her, give her any...
When you guys enter into the courtyard, his eyes are drawn up, and you do see that he sort of gives her like, I wouldn't say a full-on bow, but sort of just like a half sort of thing.
Raelynn will follow suit.
And out here in the courtyard, you see a lot of other people just having private conversations. Most of them have a drink in the hand. You can see that there's like a someone walking around with a platter of food, offering it to people. And you continue to make your way this way, where he's leading you.
Cool.
And you enter into what looks like a arena. To the left, you see just a crowd of like bleachers, and to the right, you also see the same thing. And there's two people standing on a podium. One of them looks to be like like warrior type. She has dark skin. She's like really muscular and built, and she has she's holding a what you could probably tell is a very heavy draw longbow. And across from her is a very slender, dark-skinned woman, lots of braids in her hair. And you can see that she is like casting a spell that looks sort of like a chain weaving into something larger. You essentially walk into what seems to be a martial versus mage fight that they're trying. It seems like they're trying to knock each other off of these podiums that are on the ground here. The lighting in here is nothing like you've ever seen before. These huge crystalline chandeliers that are emitting this blue glow, and it's almost sort of like I don't want to say lava lamp, but it's like a liquid inside there is shifting and moving around. And he leads you over to a seat over here. He doesn't go too high up, but as soon as you get through the door, he goes, "She's so intimidating."
Which one?
Oh, Chis'dana.
Oh, right.
He,
I thought you meant.
I mean, they're intimidating too, but I almost didn't notice that they were there, to be honest.
Why does she intimidate you?
I could never read her. Anytime I've talked to her, this completely straight face. I don't know what she thinks of me. I guess not too poorly if I'm still allowed here, so that's something to consider, I suppose.
Exactly. Despite everything, you're still invited.
Yeah. Well,
does she come down to talk much?
I haven't spoken to her in about 2 years. I do see other people invited up onto the balcony, but I did see her with Emmerich last year. And yeah, she usually sits over there and points to the little box, and you can see that there's a door beside the box that goes outside, and through the archway windows you can see that there is a spiral staircase on the outside of the house going upward to somewhere.
Making a mental note of that. She'll probably just kind of leave it at the Chis'dana talk for a while because she doesn't want to push it too much and make it really suspicious. So she's just going to try and ask him questions about himself.
Okay.
Been like, so you wanted to know more about me, but I don't know much about you other than what Kale told us, that you're an emissary of some sort?
Yes, I suppose that's my official title, though I suspect that my family has given that to me in a way that means I don't have to be at home. But I do tend to go around and, on behalf of my family, make sure that trades stay intact, make sure that we know what's going on, especially here in Mournhold, because they're our first line of defense against the north.
Yes.
So
you're from where? Andalos, was it?
Yes.
Perfect.
My family is actually one of the oldest families in Anos Bay.
Nice. Do you have many other siblings that are doing the same work as you, or are you the only one entrusted with this great duty?
They don't do the same work as me. They do, well, my sister, Emma, is moving up, I think soon. There is a vote of some sort happening that I think will mean that she Well, you didn't hear it from me, but you may be next in line for the Silver Council.
Oh, fascinating. That's wonderful.
Yes. He seems like a little bit perturbed by it.
Oh.
My family and I don't get along. I'm sorry. It's I do wish that we were closer, but we aren't. I'm a
We
little
don't need
bit. It's only fair if I'm going to be asking you about yourself, like you said. So I don't think it's too far removed for me to spend one night talking about them. Especially since usually people are kissing their ass when I talk about them, and you're not doing that, so I appreciate that.
I'm here for artifacts and magical items. I don't kiss ass unless it's going to do me good.
Almost like an emphasis to your words when you say "I don't kiss ass." The larger woman just gets knocked off the podium with like a loud crash, and there's like a loud sort of clamoring in the audience, and you can overhear a few whispers like, "I just lost 200 platinum pieces on that."
Wow.
Seems that they have a little bit of a private betting thing going on here. Meanwhile, Leif and Nyra need to share a new map.
Vixx, did they announce the name of either competitor?
Um,
And I know I don't hear this, but Dreamy wants to know.
they actually, that's a good point. They would not, she would hear the name of the winner here, which is,
And remind me, who won the major?
the mage one. And that is Evangeline Blackbriar. And she looks like half this person's age as well. Like the warrior type was definitely much older. No, I need to share this map with you guys, but you're not technically on it. So let's see how to do that.
Well, we won't see it unless our tokens are on it, so.
Well, I know. That's what I'm saying. Do you want to be on it just to see what I'm saying to them, or are you all good?
Well, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
That's fine.
Look at it on stream.
Okay, so Nyra and Leif, you guys can see the map now?
Yes.
Cool. You come up into this hallway, and at the very end of it, beyond the like smaller entrance, you see one of those automatons standing at like near the end of the hall. And beyond that, you see someone come out of a room and go right past them, just for a second. And when that door opens, you see a flash of there's people getting ready in some sort of bedroom straight down the end of the hallway. And the hallway also turns off to the left. There's doors along the right side of the hallway. Just hanging out here for like 10 seconds, you get the sense that those are all bathrooms there.
Coming up the stairs, were we ever like out of view of these guards?
Yes, there would be a brief moment where you kind of go up and turn at this like little platform, and then you go more up the stairs. There is definitely opportunity for that.
So Leif can slip the pin on.
Yeah.
Do you think I can go with you wherever you wear that, or should I make one for myself?
don't know. It kind of seemed like the lady was implying that you needed to be wearing one.
Okay. She will use disguise self, and she's just herself, but now she has a pin. That's it. It doesn't cost concentration, so it's just less than an hour.
All right, so you guys both have pins on.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, to your left, you see a long room that has a lot of people in it. There's a couple of guards in there. You see display cases that are... The floor in here is black, but then around the display cases, there's that same blue tile that you saw in the entryway, around the outer edges of where these things are being displayed. There's displays along the wall, but then there's just 3 display cases in here that seem to have somebody at the case talking about what they're displaying.
Mm-hmm.
And then to the south of you, the whole floor in this room is made of that blue tile, and you see this... I actually have a very specific description for it that I don't want to fuck up, so I will pull that up. Yeah. Standing next to this display is a very stout, dark-skinned dwarven woman with red hair, and it's all braided intricately to the back. They are also dressed in the same color scheme as the people who are working here, except she's wearing armor on her body. And next to her is this a suspended azure crystal in these 2 silvery blue rings, etched with these shifting runes that are orbiting slowly around it. And then interlaced are 2 blackened steel rings. These ones each have a single sigil on them compared to the other ones that have a lot all the way around. And you, even just passing by here, this room, you can just feel the magic pouring from this. And there are a lot more people in this room than the one to the north. And she seems to be giving some sort of presentation on it. Are you guys continuing on to try to sneak past the automaton?
What do you think? Should we try that now, or should we finish with the rest of the public side of the house first in case we need to run fast?
Do the blue tiles, like, are they just normal tiles? And they just have odd decoration choices?
The blue tile also feels magical in nature to you.
Okay. I don't think we should go in that room, because I don't know what that does.
Yeah.
But if we want to at least see what the items are, we could probably do that pretty quick.
Yeah. Go do a lap around that room to the north, see if I can catch some snippets of the people talking about the things, and then skullduggery commences.
Does Nyra also want to make a perception check while you're doing this? I'm keeping Leif's old one. Okay.
I don't have advantage because I don't have my shield. Just a plus 11. Do you want it out or in the open? Or
in the... This can be out in the open.
Oh, I didn't even drop. That was weird.
Or wait, sorry. It was the perception check that was hidden. Yeah. It needs to be hidden.
Okay. This is not gonna go well. I'm having a real hard time with the tower. Okay.
I believe.
Okay. Now, Alina and Vale, how long do you guys stay at the bar?
I was pretty much done, but I
You grabbed your
definitely
drink
want
and
to
wanted to.
gauge if Alina wanted to stay and try to press the conversation with this guy.
No. Because there. We very carefully read the wording of something real quick.
How many fights would Raelynn like to sit through? Just for your own reference, since I'm not going to narrate every single fight.
That's okay.
They
They're pretty
generally
short.
go about 10 minutes-ish, and then there's a little bit of a few-minute break, and then they seem to go to a door to the left corner of the room.
I think she would probably stay for 3 more, just to see if like Chis'dana comes down or anything.
Okay.
And then she also wants to kind of look at the blue glowing things and see how they're fighting each other and what techniques they're using.
Okay. Roll a perception check in the tower for me. Go ahead.
Wait, can I rage perceive?
Yes, you can.
Da, da, da.
Did you finish reading, Dreamy?
Mm-hmm. When you use an item, you don't have to expend verbal or somatic or material. And I thought I only had 3 for some reason. I have 5 charges. I would like to expend one of my charges of Medallion's thoughts. I'm not going to press. I just want to read his surface thoughts.
Okay. Surface thoughts are they actually like formed sentences or like feelings and
look over real
stuff like
quick.
that?
Most on the target's mind right now. That's all it says.
Okay. You get the impression that he's worried about somebody showing up here to the party. Even as he's carrying on a very normal conversation with this girl, as soon as you hear that, you also notice that he like glances outside the window occasionally as you guys are at the bar here. Occasionally glances at the doorway. He's very good at being subtle about it, but it is very pressed into his mind right now that he doesn't want him to show up.
And his glances are very subtle, not something someone would pick up on.
You are picking up on it.
Mm-hmm. From his thoughts, though.
Well, I will just kind of slightly raise my glass at him and be like, well, hopefully I'll see you up there. Anyone that I should go out of my way to rub elbows with here?
Well, you'll at least want to give Chis'dana a friendly nod.
Of course.
But if you're going upstairs to the artifacts, I would definitely suggest that you take a look at the Zardan display.
Will do.
Tell me-
Anyone I should... Oh, sorry.
Tell me what you make of it.
I will do that. Is there anyone I should avoid?
Well, Tivin likes to have her nose in things, so if you don't want to have her nose in your things...
Depends on which things, I suppose, but...
If that's your type. He just, like, holds a... Yeah, so you guys kind of arrived then shortly after if you don't stay here.
I think
Yeah.
I'll stay downstairs.
You're gonna stay? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Vael heads upstairs.
Yep.
And Nyra and Leif, as you guys are... Oh, I just picked up a skill. Sorry, ignore that. I was trying to pick up Vale's token, and I rolled a skill check for him.
Wild.
You guys make your way into the room. You immediately see two familiar people. You see to the left of you, Tivin, which isn't surprising, but Leif, you see the gnomish man that you met at the inn that you guys first stayed at in town, and had a little midnight rendezvous with. They are very deep in conversation, and you can immediately see some affection between them in their touches.
I'm here for the tea. Tell me everything.
But it's getting late, so I do want to just kind of narrate what it is that you guys see here. Vale, you see this room immediately.
Mhm.
You clock the similarities and materials that you guys picked up. Just because I assume that perception roll you rolled earlier was for noticing things around here.
Yep.
And yeah, you guys circle the room. You're trying to pick stuff up, and you see that the first display case, in the three main display cases, the other ones seem to be more like art pieces. And they seem to not have anyone really guarding them. It might be like permanent fixtures here in the house, whereas these are like special displays. At the first display case, you see a dark-skinned woman, braided hair on the side. Her hair goes dark to blonde and is kind of wavy. She's wearing black lipstick, and she's wearing silver armor that is black and red underneath. And you overhear her about a portion of her display. She says, you catch the line, believed to be a relic dated back to the time of Azurus Ilmordathis' storm. The glass was found deep beneath the sands of Azurus, and you hear some murmuring, where the worm's tempest raged in the time of ascension. Though the desert endures, none can explain how a young dragon wrought a storm with such power. And some people seem to be incredulous. And you see at the center of here is a shard of glass that is veined with flickers of cobalt light, and encased within are this strange ichor. But through the blue tinted glass, it kind of looks a little bit purple in color to you. And you move on and around it, and the next notable display is a long display case that has an outfit laid out on it. The robes of deep blue and black with there's like a sort of shimmering to some of the threading in it. It looks a little bit similar to some of the stuff that you saw Alina wearing when she left Hedgarth. And I think, because thanks when I need to go pick up our children, I need to call that here. I do also want to note that you guys notice there are no windows in this room that you're currently in. There are only two doorways. And one of them, if you put it together, you would expect that hallway probably loops around the entire first floor.
Okay.
Yeah. Wasn't sure how far you guys would get into this, but
15 minutes.
On a mission.
Oh, I also do just want to make a note, but it won't really be relevant right now. But near the end of when you're thinking about leaving, like at the start of the last fight that you watch, you do note that Chis'dana comes down from that spiral staircase that you clocked at the back of the manor,
Yeah.
and enters in through the side door, and she's led into this little box next to two older looking mages.
She'll probably say one more to Dorian while putting her hand on his knee.
Oh no.
Keep him here.
You're playing that boy.
I
Yeah, he
learned
was
from
like,
Vale.
he was like, maybe we should go and see the. And you're like, no.
One more. Our host just came. Be free to leave.
Cool. So we will be back
I
here.
approve.
You'd be so proud.